As we can see in the fourth problem, the question says the following is a record of goals scored by team A in a football session. Okay, that is number of goals scored are given and number of students who have scored those goals have been given. For the team B, mean number of goals scored per match was 2 with a standard deviation 1.25 goals. Find which team may be considered more consistent. Okay, so this is a question what we need to answer. That is, we need to find which team may be considered more consistent, whether team A or team B. Okay, so for team B, already ready-made things are given. Mean is given and as well as standard deviation is given. We can directly calculate the coefficient of variation. But when it comes to team A, we have been given with data and we need to calculate the mean and standard deviation so as to calculate the coefficient of variation. So first let us consider for team A. That is, for team A we will calculate what? We will calculate the mean and standard deviation. Okay, so what is our mean formula? Mean formula, it is the total, or as we have been given here, we have been given with number of goals scored, right, and number of students, that is exercise and FIs are given, right. So what are the exercise? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what are FIs? 1, 9, 7, 5, 3. So when you add, the total will go to 25 because there were totally 25 students. Okay. So now next what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the mean. So what is our mean formula? It is summation of all Fi into Xi divided by the total frequency. And this is which kind of data? It is a discrete data. So now to calculate the mean, our next column will be Fi into Xi. So 0 into 1, 0, 1 into 9, 9, 2 sevens are 14, 3 into 5, 15, 4 into 3, 12. So what will be the total sum? It will turn out to be 50. So what it will be? 50 divided by 25 and the mean will turn out to be 2. This is for what? For team A. Now we need to calculate what? We need to calculate the standard deviation. And the formula for the standard deviation, it is given by 1 by n into square root of n into summation of Fi into Xi square minus summation of Fi into Xi whole square. Okay, so now to calculate this, you can see that we want Xi square into Fi. Fi into Xi already we have calculated. So we want what? Xi square as well as Fi into Xi. So let us square each Xi now. So it is 0, 1, 4, 9 and 16. And next Fi into Xi square. So 1 into 0, 0, 9 into 1, 9, 7 4s are 28, 5 9s are 45. 3 into 16, it will be 48, and as we need the sum, the total sum turns out to be 130. So let us substitute here. 1 by 25 under the square root. 25 into summation of Fi into Xi square is 130 minus summation of Fi into Xi whole square is 50 square. Okay, so as you simplify this, you will get the answer to be 1.09. Okay, this is a standard deviation for team A. Now let us write all one place. The mean for A is 2. Okay, the standard deviation for A is 1.09. Okay, and the mean for B, it is 2 because they have given here. What they have been given? They have given that for the team B, mean number of goals scored per match was. So the mean for that match, it has been given, that is 2. So as standard deviation is 1.25, that is standard deviation for B, it is equal to 1.25. Again it is a case of what? It is a case of same mean, because here the means are same. So the coefficient of variation is directly proportional to the standard deviation. Okay, so now what they are asking in the question, they are asking find which team may be considered more consistent, right? So for the consistency, what we need to check which team is having lesser standard deviation, right? Because if it is having less standard deviation, it will have less coefficient of variation, and if it is less coefficient of variation, then it is more stable, right? So which has the lesser standard deviation here? That is standard deviation of A is less than standard deviation of B. So what does this imply? It implies coefficient of variation of A is less than coefficient of variation of B. So if coefficient of variation of A is less than B, what finally we can conclude? Hence A is more stable than B. That is team A is more stable than B. Okay, so this is all regarding your fourth problem. So in fourth problem, what did we understand? We understood that how to calculate or how to find the stability. Okay, and what was a different thing compared to remaining all problem? Here we have been given half data. That is, for one team they had given directly the values, and for the other team we have calculated, right? So this is what new thing you have learnt in your fourth problem. So in the same way, now let us consider the fifth problem, so as to understand what is different in this fifth problem. So let us read that question once. The sum and sum of squares corresponding to length x, and length x is given in centimeter, and weight y, which is given in gram, of 50 plant products are given. That is, for two different plant products, xi's and yi's, what has been given? Sum of those terms and sum of squares of those terms have been given. You can see summation of xi is there, summation of xi square is there, summation of yi is there, summation of yi square is there. Which is more varying, length or weight? That is, you need to find which has greater CV, right? So here also what we have been given, we have not given direct value is not given, but the values what are required are given. And you can see that what is different here, the values are not given again in the terms way. Okay, that is, you don't have here xi's and all, but you have the total sum. So table formation will be not there here. Okay, so first what we will do, we will consider for x. Okay, that is x you can consider, for x we will consider. So you need to calculate the mean here. Mean is summation of all the values of xi divided by the total number of observation, right? So what is summation of xi here? 212. When it comes to n, that is total product, you can see on this summation, it shows how many products they are speaking of. How many products? It is 50. Otherwise also in the question of 50 plant products, it has been clearly mentioned, right? So 50 plant product. So what will be n? It is equal to 50. So 212 divided by 50. What will it give? It will give us the mean. Mean, it is nothing but 4.24. Now we know the mean, we need to calculate what? Standard deviation. Okay, so to calculate the standard deviation, or even we can calculate the variance. So what is the basic formula? It is summation of xi minus x bar whole square divided by n. We will keep this 1 by n outside. We will apply here summation also as it is. We will apply here a minus b whole square formula. So what it is? A square, okay, minus 2ab plus b square, right? So this is our formula of a minus b whole square. Now let us again simplify. We will apply summation to each term here. It will become what? It will become summation of xi square minus 2 into summation of, or directly you can write 2 into summation of xi, and even x bar also we don't apply because I is not along with that. Summation will be applicable to that term wherever xi is there, plus it is x bar square. For this also summation won't be applicable. Okay. So here summation. So it is 1 upon n is how much? 50. Summation of xi square is already given in the question. 902.8 minus 2 into mean. What is the mean? The mean what we have calculated is 4.24 into summation of xi, that is 212, plus summation of x bar whole square. When you add those all 50 times, it is 50 into summation of x bar square. Okay, or summation of x bar. So what is summation of x bar square? It will be nothing but that is 4.24 whole square. Okay, or it is 1 by 50, 902.8, okay, minus 8.48 into 212 plus 50 into 17.97. So when you simplify the variance, it will be equal to 0.07. So this is a variance, but what do we want? We want the standard deviation. So standard deviation is square root of 0.07, which is equal to 0.26. So the coefficient of variation for length, till now what we have calculated? It is standard deviation divided by mean into 100. So what it is? 0.26 divided by mean is 4.24 into 100. So this will turn out to be 6.13. So this is a coefficient of variance for length. In the same way, what we will do? We will even calculate for weight. Okay. So to calculate for weight, again what do we need? We need, that is for y. Okay, what do we need to calculate? We need to calculate the mean and the variance for this weight. Okay, so now y bar, it is summation of yi divided by the total terms. Okay, so summation of all the observation. So already in the question it has been given. So what is summation of yi? 261. So it is 261 divided by the total, it is 50. So 261 divided by 50, it will be 5.22. Okay, so this is a mean. Next same way even we will calculate the variance here. That is sigma square for y. Okay, sigma square for y also the same formula is applicable. That is 1 by n into summation of yi minus y bar whole square, which is 1 by n summation of yi square minus 2yi into y bar plus y bar square, or it is 1 by n summation of yi square minus 2y bar into summation of yi plus summation of y bar square, or it is 1 by n into, okay, you go on substituting. N is 50. Summation of yi square in the question it is given as 14,400 57.6. Okay, so 1457.6 minus 2y bar. What is the mean we have calculated? 5.22. Okay, into summation of y. Summation of y here is 261. Okay, plus summation yi square when added the n 50 number of time, it will be 50 into summation of or y bar square, or it is nothing but 1 by 50 Okay, 1457.6 minus 2 into 5.22, it will be 10.44. Okay, into 261 plus 50 into what is y bar square? Y bar is nothing but 5.22 whole square. So when you simplify the variance for B, it will come to be 1.89. But we want the standard deviation for y, or even you can say it for weight. Okay, which is equal to square root of 1.89, which is 1.37. So what is the coefficient of variance for weight? Okay, weight, it is standard deviation divided by the mean into 100. So what it will be? 1.37 divided by the mean is 5.22 into 100. So when you solve, you will get it as 26.24. So let us compare now the CV for height, length and weight. Okay, so as you can see here, CV for length is 6.13 and the CV for weight is 26.24. And in the question what they are asking, which is more varying, length or weight? So when you compare, so which is more varying here, length or weight? So it is weight. Why is it weight? Because coefficient of variance of weight is more than coefficient of variance of length. So coefficient of variance of weight is greater than coefficient of variance of variation of length. Therefore, what? Weight is more varying than length. I hope this is clear to everyone. So this completes your exercise 15.3, which completely or which mainly depends on or speaks of coefficient of variation. So finally, coefficient of variation is used to compare two frequency distribution. How do we compare? We compare in terms of variation or consistency or stability. Right? If coefficient of variation is more, then it is more variable. If it is less, then it is more stable. So this is all regarding coefficient of variation.